I want to talk about the mindset shift that completely changed my trading forever, that got me from lump sum profits into consistent profits every single time. And don't get me wrong, I've made very close to $1 million with trading, but yet I've never been happier right now because of the amount of payouts that I'm getting and the consistency of the payouts that I am getting. Now, there was this one mindset shift that completely changed my trading forever, and that is exactly what I wanted to talk about right now. Not only has this helped me, but it has also helped a bunch of my students inside of Funded Trading Blueprint that on average get funded in 100 days. It's actually 67, but we like to say 100 to reduce expectations. But it was just one reframing, that one mindset shift that completely changed my trading forever. And I want to share with you that right now. So I became profitable only 3 years after I started trading, which I think it was too long. I do think that people can do it earlier now, and I'm going to talk about it in the future on my channel if I haven't done so yet. But it took me 3 years to become profitable. Now, over the last 3 years, I've made close to $1 million just in trading profits. And a lot of it came in my first year and second year where I was making lump sum profits. What does that mean? Well, my biggest payout was a $35,000 payout. And I used to get a lot of payouts that were $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, but they were like sporadic, right? Once in a while I would get a huge payout, right? Once a month, maybe twice a month, I would get an absolutely amazing payout. And don't get me wrong, the money was amazing, like it completely changed my life, but it wasn't really about the fact that I was making so much money, because it came with so much stress. And obviously I'm eternally grateful for everything I've learned and all the money that I've made just through trading. But what I want to talk about is how my life has changed ever since I stopped going for lump sum and I started going for consistent profits. So as maybe you know that are watching this, I now am making 2.4 payouts every single week. And I thought that getting that one big payout was the thing that was changing my life. But when I started making the calculations, okay, let's say that I make $30,000 a month, right? With one payout, or let's say with two payouts, I need on average a $15,000 payout. And if you really think about it, how hard is it to get a $15,000 payout? It's not easy. I can tell you that for a fact. I've experienced it a lot. All of this is coming from personal experience. And you probably know this too, when you've gotten that $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 payout and you're like, this was good, right? And anything above would have been mega stressful. And maybe that $5,000 payout was already stressful. Now, I started doing those calculations. I've been making over 10K a month from trading just for the last 3 years, like very consistently. And by the way, some of those months were those 50K months. That's why let's say we've been doing great. But I started making those calculations, like let's say we want a 30K month, that's 2 payouts of 15K. But let's say that I'm averaging 2 payouts every single week, which is very easy to do. Like we talk about all those frameworks inside of Funded Trading Blueprint. We don't work with a lot of people, by the way, like because you have so much access to me, we made sure that it's a higher price, but it's also very high quality, but we only work with a select few people. You can check the second link in the description. It talks everything about it, and we'll reach out to book a call if we think that you are fit. But I started making those calculations. I'm like, oh, if I get 2 payouts every single week, then actually I only need to make on average a $3,000 to $4,000 payout to actually make the same amount of money. Now let me ask you, what do you think is easier, getting 2 payouts of $15,000 every single month, or getting 2 payouts every single week of $3,000? Let me tell you from personal experience, $3,000 per payout 2 times a week is so much easier. The reason why is because you have to risk less, and you're probably going to have a bunch of funded accounts that you are going to be able to trade. So the stress is going to be less, not only because you're going for less profits, but because if you lose one account, it's fine because you still have so many accounts that you can trade with, right? And so a lot of traders don't understand that you would rather have the consistency than actually going for those big payouts. Why? Because with all of those big payouts comes a lot of risk, a lot of stress, a lot of blown accounts. I can tell you my biggest payout was that $35,000, but guess what? I was having swings of $5,000 every single day. It was not easy for me to digest. While now, what I do is one account, one trade. If I profit, I lock it in and I move on. And like that, I'm able to stack my funded accounts, profit in every single one of them, and that is why I've been able to get 2 to 3 payouts every single week. And that is basically the perfect proof that trading is a marathon and not a sprint. Now everyone says this, oh, trading is a marathon, it's not a sprint. But no one understands it, right? Why? Because you need to go through it. And I'm telling you my experience, you that are watching, I'm telling you my experience because I want you to understand and get to the same conclusion as me. Those base hits consistently that require less risk, they require more funded accounts. Yes, they do. I've noticed from myself that having more funded accounts not only reduces risk because, once again, if you blow an account, that's fine. You still have 6, 7 others that you can trade versus those people that are trying to go for that big payout, blow all of their accounts, and now they're back to square one. I can tell you, let me guess, you've blown a funded account and you've gone to bed and you're like, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I made this mistake. But that is usually because now you don't have any more ways to make money from trading. Now, if you stack the funded accounts and you're able to trade one at a time and you're able to consistently get that money into your bank account, that's what completely changed. And that is the framework that we teach inside of Funded Trading Blueprint, right? It's such a different way of approaching the market that I've never seen anyone talk about it. Why? Because everyone just wants those big numbers. Let me tell you, like from myself, like from me to you, I would much rather make a video saying that I just made $30,000 in a trade than to make a video saying that I profited $4,000 on a trade. Why? Because that $30,000 video is going to get so many more views. But people are being fed this idea, and that's why I'm making this video. Because I want to change your perspective that you don't need to make what these YouTubers make in terms of, oh, I made $30,000 in a trade, $120,000 in a trade, $50 million in a trade. First of all, it's not real, most probably. Second of all, it's not real to you. So when I make this video, I knew I wanted to come to this garden because I wanted to talk to you. Because I know what is real. I've experienced it. I've experienced the big money and I've experienced the consistent money. And I can tell you that I will always pick the consistent money. I have very little headache. I trade for 2 hours a day. That's why I am so present on the Discord inside of Funded Trading Blueprint. I trade for 2 hours a day. All the rest, usually I'm just answering questions. And that's why you get like so much of me in the Discord. And it's just that you are being sold this dream. And I don't want you to fall for it. I want you to understand that trading is a marathon and not a sprint. And let me ask you, if you could make $20,000 every single month with very low stress versus making $30,000 every single month with high stress, what would you pick? I can tell you that most of you are going to pick $20,000 with little stress versus $30,000 with high stress. I call that the headache to reward. So with that being said, I hope this video helped you understand exactly my approach and the mindset shift that completely changed my trading results. And yes, I've made close to $1 million in profit from trading. I've seen the lump sums, I've seen the consistent, and let me tell you, the difference is not huge. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to fill out the form. We'll contact you to book a call in case we think that you are the right fit. If you want to go for the best futures prop firms, then Funding Ticks is the way to go. Code Kimmel will get you up to 50% off. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more like these, I'm basically in a very, very nice garden. Just chilling. So if you want more videos like this, just let me know and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.